Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Lonely Boy Hour, the only podcast with mandatory meandering. I am joined, as always, with my host, Zoe.
Hi, I'm Tragedy.
I am Kelvin, a.k.a. the Noodle Doodler, and today we have ShortxStuff, a.k.a. Alexis. Say hello.
Hey, guys.
So, Alexis, the people do want to know, how short are you?
I am pretty short. I am 5'2".
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's not that short.
How short are you, Zoe? Let's spill the beans.
My license says 5'3", so let's go with
that. So she's
that.
5'1". So she's 5'1".
I wore stilts to my licensing.
No, I'm I in case anyone needs the canon heights of all of us, I am about 6'2". I'm 190 centimeters. You guys can do the Googling process.
Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna wear stilettos to my next measurement.
Yes, do that. Wear those platforms. Oh, no. They ask
Wait,
you like,
do you guys?
No. Yeah.
When you guys get your license, do they like have a measurement beside you, or do you just tell them how tall you are in the paperwork?
They ask, but if you were to show up at like a solid 5'5", and you're like, I'm 6'7", they're not gonna believe you. They're gonna be like, you liar, get out of here.
It's like, yeah, you just lost your license now.
Like when I did my paperwork, I was like 6'2", and no one said anything. I didn't know that some people might get measured.
I mean,
I just figured they might test it, so I was like, I don't think they believe I'm that much taller, so.
I'll just get stilts and real long pants.
Well, that works. See, I'll wear bootcut jeans with my stilettos.
Yes,
I'm 8'3".
You just get like the really long bell-bottom jeans that like flare out the bottom too, so they can't really tell if it's a foot or if it's a stilt.
Hun, that's what bell-bottom jeans are. Yes, I'm proud of you. You know, bell-bottom jeans that, are bell-bottom jeans.
I'm gonna fight you.
Do it, you won't.
It's the perfect sentence.
Yeah, listen. This sentence is perfect.
I'm here to describe things to the layman. All right. I represent.
To the layman. I represent the layman. Is that where you're going with this sentence? Hi, I'm local layman representative Zoe. Middle name, last name. I don't know your name. I just realized that.
Here to explain to you the importance of bell bottoms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's me. Let me explain fashion to all of you. Don't wear clothes.
That's it. Wear pants or don't.
Or don't wear pants.
So
joining
Alexa,
the newest nudist community.
Yes.
The newest nudist community. We're coming with all kinds of fun words today.
The newest nudist. I can't even say. I quit.
The newest nudist colony.
It's the closet.
The newest nudist nation.
Yes.
There we go.
The newest nudist nation. Triple M. That's the name of our fan base from now on. What up, newest nudist nation? It's your boy. That's how I'm gonna open every episode from now on.
I love that.
So I love it.
Turns into the nude noodle.
Yes.
The nude old doodle.
The noodle doodle.
Oh no. That makes the doodle part so much worse.
I'm dying. I think
jeez.
This is the best start to the podcast we've ever had right here.
I was going to ask Alexis to describe herself on her channel, but I just got distracted. So if you want to do that now, Alexis, tell us about what you do with your TikTok life.
Oh, I manipulate people into thinking I'm a fictional character.
Ah, yes.
I love the way you
I believe that term is like OCs, but I like that better.
or just acting.
Yeah.
But I like your phrasing better.
I like that it's not like, oh, I play a fictional character. I convince people that I am a fictional character and cannot be located in real life.
I don't even know what I was doing when I started that. I was just like, it started, if you, like, for some reason, like, stalk the very back of my TikTok account, you see that it's normal, awkward me.
Right.
And then one day, I was just like, I want fangs.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. It was funny because, like, when Zoe said your name for the first time, I was like, should we get her on the podcast? I looked at you, and you looked familiar, and I had to scroll through so many videos to figure it out, which is, you were one of the first people I ever duetted, and you didn't have the fangs back then, and I didn't notice that.
You duetted me?
Oh, I had like 50 followers at the time, hon. You would not have noticed. It was like either that or I have you mixed up with someone else. But it was like balancing a helmet on your head and pay attention to me was like the video and the audio, and that was what I had duetted at the time because I didn't have a TikTok niche yet. I was just someone who was trying to figure out what you do on TikTok.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why that video blew up so much, but then I think that was also my most hated video.
Why?
Like by you or by others?
They just got so triggered because that's not what the joke meant. Oh. How dare you pretend to know fits?
How dare you pretend to know? You. I don't know where 90% of the TikTok audios come from. What?
Right. You don't need to know where they come from.
You don't even know raccoon eggs.
I know both of them.
Audio.
I don't actually watch their videos, so if anyone here any viewers like Fitz or Raccoon's eggs, I don't know them. I just listen to their podcast.
I watch them on Twitch because I'm a monster.
Oh, you think you're better than me, Zoe?
Oh, I don't think. I know. Remember?
Oh yeah.
She's been known for a long time now.
Yes.
We can't be like referencing older episodes with Alexis here.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah, we require all followers to all future guests to listen to every episode. You did that, didn't you?
Wait. I have to listen to all the other episodes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just yeet myself from this ever.
All right, now we're back to our normal host, me and Alexis. Zoe has been a guest for every episode. Yeah.
Yeet myself out. Well, speaking of beginning,
every other episode had been Alexis doing a Zoe impression.
Oh yes.
The entire.
It's brilliant.
It's been perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm the new voice actor for
flawless.
Right before the first episode, Alexis was like, "Hey, want to see my Trozzy impression?" And I was like, "That's perfect. Let's pretend you're Trozzy and see if anyone notices." And then when she ends up on the episode, it'll be great.
Yes.
Like, psych.
I'm the real guest.
Yeah, Zoe's the real guest. It's been Alexis and I this whole time.
And she's been doing ShortxStuff impressions.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
they're switching roles today.
Yes. So segues are weird, but you mentioned we were talking about like our beginnings of our career on TikTok, and we actually have a question from one of our Patreons. ShortxStuff.
Which one?
Ninja Boss wants to know what got you intrigued to start TikTok. So like, why did you decide to start TikTok?
When I started, it was Musical.ly.
Okay.
And yeah,
weird
it was
flex.
just like, I know, back to the good old days.
Oh.
I don't know. I was like, I think I started it when I was like beginning high school, and it was just like, I don't know. I would just download it and I was like, this is fun.
Okay.
And I created a few.
Carry on. I'll interrupt later.
Videos. My bad. But I did a few there, and then I stopped. But I don't know why. When I graduated high school, I was like, this is like a cool little app that you could get creative with. And I don't know, it's like a simple creativity of just lip syncing audios.
So you said you started this like at high school. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, I can believe anything from like 16 to 25 without hesitation, so I thought I'd ask.
It's like back in my day.
In the old days of Musical.ly. Beautiful Musical.ly. The old days. I was on Musical.ly as a viewer, not as a creator, like several years ago. And it was a nightmare.
Yeah, I didn't even know Musical.ly was a thing. I came to TikTok when it was TikTok. Like, I found out that TikTok was Musical.ly after I already started making videos on TikTok. Like, I was so behind on that curve.
For me, it was like the only people that were popular, like there wasn't a lot of like creators like, well, Alexis, yourself, Mr. Pillowsuit. It was only like people with millions of followers like Jacob Sartorius or anyone else. That's, I'm pretty sure, the only Musical.ly maker ever. But everyone else was like, no, I couldn't find anyone that wasn't those people, so I just got bored of it so fast.
It was like a really simple app back then. It was either you just lip sync audios or you do transitions.
And now it's just that plus Kelvin yelling, and that's it.
And cosplay and ranting, and
But
drunk
mostly me yelling.
TikToks and people
Roasts
just
on everyone.
Well, I have a question. So was the awkward staring at the camera while someone else did something a thing on Musical.ly? Like, has that like lived on TikTok the whole time?
Where you duet a video and you just kind of stare at it is what she's talking about.
Yeah.
You don't actually, and it's supposed to be like a reaction to a cool video.
It was. I'm pretty sure because I was also when I think Musical.ly changed it, but they used to have it to where when you duetted someone, it would go from one person's clip to the
Yeah, it would
next.
flip back and forth. It wouldn't be like a two screens. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. I was so confused because I stopped watching Musical.ly stuff for a while, and I saw it do that. I was like, how did these people do that?
What sorcery did they employ? Yeah, you couldn't really do, and you didn't get to decide when it would switch back and forth. So you couldn't do like what we do on TikTok now, where you have a conversation, because it would just switch back and forth between the two of you at random. And it was a nightmare.
Oh, that's weird. I prefer this version of duetting for sure.
Me too.
Yeah.
There's a lot more you can do with it, because you can do like actual conversations. You can do cool things where you move things across the screen. Like there's a lot of duets where it's just like one voice, like it's one voice in the audio, but people will like switch from one screen to the other. There's a lot more creative options when you have control over what's happening on screen.
Right.
It's like even this place has become, I think, a Tinder now.
Oh
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's everything. It's a dating. You gotta get your TikTok husbandos and waifus out there.
I hate it. I hate it. I'm like,
I was gonna ask who
people.
everyone's TikTok crushes were as a joke, but I don't even want to like jump into that. I don't.
I mean,
I don't
It's like
have
you're
like
not even relevant anymore if you do not have a TikTok husband.
right.
I was
wife.
making a joke about that during a live stream about how I just like everyone was like, "So who's your TikTok crush?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And so everyone arbitrarily just gave me one. They're like, they're like. They're named Graced by Me. They're just like another
Okay.
Sanders Sides cosplayer. But they were, I was like, they're like, we'll just give you one. Like, I was like, that's fine, whatever. Just so I can keep being relevant.
There you go. Now you're shipped with someone.
See,
Yeah.
I'm shipped with a couple people, but specifically, a lot of people ship me. I don't know if you know who Dadley J. Jenkins is. He does Too Drunk for TikTok, but his followers and my followers ship us together so hard that I'll get comments sometime that's like, "You should do it, Dadley J. Jenkins," and I'm like, "No, don't tell me what to do."
So
Do what I want.
my biggest ship is with the Riddler, the guy who does the George cosplay
Yeah.
for the Veil. That's both him and me, and then both of our OCs are the biggest shipping community I've seen on TikTok. Because every video it's like, oh my god, they're back together, and like a heart or whatever, and I'm like, no,
I
don't
love
do
that.
this to me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Chill out, guys.
Alexis, do you have any TikTok shippers? I assume.
Honestly, no. And I'm kind of thankful because that gets awkward.
You're so
does get awkward.
lucky. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, Riddler's got to be on this. Is supposed to be on this podcast eventually, and it's gonna be hella awkward if everyone talks about ships in the comments or something.
I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'm trying
Sure.
to figure out. There's like this one. I can't remember his name, but he's like another vampire on here that I think there's only one. I've had, I think, 2 people comment on my video saying I ship you with this person and I ship you with this one. And I don't know why I cannot find his name for the life of me. But
Well-
if you see a vampire somewhere on here,
If I see a vampire, just go that one.
Well, so
I
if you
have-
have any ships for ShortxStuff with other people, you can just email those ships to us at
lonelyboyhour@gmail.com.
Yeah,
there we
and
go.
we'll
Make everything awkward.
we'll let ShortxStuff know the ships.
I don't know who did it, but I have amazing news, Zoe.
Okay.
Last night, I received an email, and I don't know if you saw it.
I did not.
So someone made an email account called Timmy the Mute and said that they loved their time on the podcast and that they'll be taking legal action shortly.
I love that.
Alexis, for context, in the last episode, we didn't have a guest because we needed to film before the episode that came out yesterday by the time we're recording this. And, yeah, we need to make a new episode. Fight me. So he's made a joke that our guest was called Timmy the Mute, and that he was going to sue us. And so someone emailed us the day after the episode came out.
I think I watched the intro of it. I had to... Unfortunately, I went somewhere after that, but I opened it, and he's like, say hi, and it was just silent.
I didn't expect you to listen to the source material. I'm proud of you.
Getting prepared on this.
Yes,
Most people will listen to it after they're recording, but most of the people that we had, I think, just come on and then they listen to it, because I know Connor didn't have the chance to listen to the first episode because we hadn't come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen had not listened yet, but then she listened after. And then Mr. Pillowsuit listened after, and I think and Liam had listened before, Roomba 2017. Yeah. Roomba Taz, if you will.
Roomba Taz, yes.
Yeah, because Connor's brother, that he didn't tell us.
I know. We're still salty about that. How dare they?
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm bringing him up in this episode. Normally I'm trying to resist the urge to bring up Connor, but he broke my trust.
I know. How dare.
We'll just call him out on here.
Yeah. Oh,
keep calling him out.
So are you ready for like a segue? Out of nowhere. So Connor Taz does TikTok news, in which he stands in front of a green screen. So to make his videos, he has to edit them. Which reminds me that Sean Mills on Patreon wants to know, what editing app do you use if you use one?
Yeah, Connor has a lot of dedication for his. He showed me one of his. I am not that advanced.
Do you use any editing software? I watched too many of your videos.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't clone myself, but...
Yes, I wanted to ask how you did that video, because I was watching, I was like, this had to be an editing software. But what did you do it in, and did you record yourself doing those poses or doing those things at separate times and then put them together? Because that was a great video.
Which one?
So the most recent one where you were in the room and it was purple, stop flirting with green, and where the heck is yellow?
Oh.
I loved that video.
Yeah, actually what I have to do for those is I have to individually record the audio as many times as there's voices. So there's 8 different characters or whatever in that. So I had to record it 8 different times. And I have to hope that I'm not in the spot where
it'll cross over.
Yeah, where my head's leaning a little bit, so my head will get chopped off on there.
Okay. See,
can't be losing your head.
The video I'm referring to is ShortxStuff did a video where it was that audio, and it had, I think, 9 of you. There was 9 of you in the video, I think, maybe 8. And you were all doing different things, and then the one version of you that was talking the audio was telling, asking the other versions of you what to do, but it was all in the same scene, which looks super cool, because when I first watched it, I thought that it was just you and a bunch of different people, until I really got a close look, and then I realized it was all you. And I don't know why, but I really love that video. That's one of my favorite videos you've ever done.
I'm glad you appreciate that video. But I have to record it a bunch of times, and then I use Video Star.
Okay. I was worried I had to make a video debunking how you did it, but now we got it here on the podcast.
There you go, guys. A little spoiler.
Yeah, I just now found the video you're talking about, which this must have been a nightmare to make. I made a video recently. I had a whole idea, and then I realized I'm entirely too lazy to do it, which is so I had this problem. So I made these 2 OCs that represent the devil and the angel on your shoulder, and I recorded some audios for them. And it was supposed to be in that they're both in the same frame way. And then I went down to start editing all of them, and I realized that since I have a plain white background, any way my clothes reflect off the lights in the room drastically changes the background color to a different shade. And I was like, oh, I could probably just I could color correct every frame, but there's no way in hell that this OC is worth color correcting every single frame.
Right.
Because I did like 4 frames where I was like, okay, just copy the color on that side and then change all instances. You know, basic editing stuff. I'm not going to bore you all with editing info. But I was like, oh no, this is not worth it for a dumb joke. Got it. And then I stopped.
See, you've both done way more than I have. I don't record and edit any of my videos beyond what is available on the TikTok app. Like when that was a big thing to put text over top of your videos and they use Snapchat, I didn't even do that. I was too lazy. I was like, I'm just not doing this trend.
Yeah. I didn't do that. But I've done a lot of editing my videos to have more magic than normal things would let me, which is different now because like TikTok now has like the fireball hand, but I'm still not going to do that. I'm just going to use my own fireball asset because I can change the color to whatever I want.
Right. It's like, ha, joke's on you, my fireball's better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well that's the thing, like I think one of the biggest examples of using large amounts of editing was like this audition I did for the hashtag The Veil, run by the Riddler, God of Night Vale, and Holy Taco, all of which have agreed to come on the podcast. So hopefully we'll see some of them.
Yes.
But in the video, I just did a fuck ton of magic throughout the entire thing. A lot of teleporting, a lot of falling into infinite space. I had some fireballs, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, I didn't know that these were filter options on TikTok." And I'm like, "No, I spent like a fucking hour doing this."
That would actually be kind of torture if those were the TikTok filters, because you'd have to stop it and then play it and it just goes on by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because a lot of it was like, you know, clouds forming from below me and then overfilling the screen and things like that. Or I shot a fireball, which I don't even know how TikTok would get its shit together enough to let me do that.
I gave up on that one ghost one where like you open your mouth or whatever and there's a second you and the first you pauses.
Oh, the out-of-body one?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that one.
I've practiced it, but I can't find a good reason to use it.
I've never used it. It's too much effort.
I had one audio where like, I think this would be good for it, and I practiced it a few times and it would go, and as soon as I start the audio, I would do it and it wouldn't follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like
what you're
3
supposed to
seconds
do
late.
is like freeze your face, like stop moving for a whole like 2 seconds. And then start moving, and don't let your actual face cover the still framed face, and it's so difficult. So that's the tea on today's TikTok news.
TikTok, you need to fix your effects.
On today's episode of glitch or a feature,
Glitch or a feature.
So, speaking of glitch or a feature, I couldn't remember which one of our friends had said that first, but then Kate, aka Ranting Through Life, got upset at me because she was the one who said it, which is funny because I was like 90% certain it was either Dadley or Outlive. So if I tried to guess, she's like, oh, you didn't give me credit for the glitch or a feature thing.
Well, now you have credit.
No. Yeah, now I've given you credit, so fight me. Meet me at the playground after school, kid. It's on.
I've honestly, this last week I've been so busy, I haven't been on TikTok much, which I know that all of us in the room can attest. Well, all of us in the cyber room, nailed it, in the Discord, can attest
in our virtual studio
Yeah.
with patented technology.
being really busy. I have still been posting videos once in a while. I'm not on a official hiatus or break from posting videos. And I know you're not either, Kelvin. But ShortX,
No,
you're currently on
an official hiatus.
Official break from posting. Is that right?
Yeah, that is.
And why is that?
That's like a mysterious AMSR right there, voice.
Oh yeah, I mean if we want to take the moment.
ASMR yet?
Okay, so Alexis, we have this section where we just do ASMR voices, and I don't know if you want to join this, but you're welcome to.
I'd be happy to join this.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Good.
Oh, you're good at that.
It's good to get some ASMR in here.
People just to please the audience.
Yeah,
this is all fan service.
It's only they hate this actually. It's a lie. They hate this so much.
Everyone's like, why do you do this every episode? And we're like, we gotta to please the fans. And they go, where are the fans? What are you talking about?
It's okay. We know this is your favorite part.
We don't have to. We won't judge.
We stopped putting a timestamp up so that they wouldn't skip it.
Yeah, they just. Okay, I'm gonna back away from the mic. So that's the official TikTok news on why we do this ASMR.
Okay. Sidetracked like a squirrel. Anyway, you were telling us about your break.
Oh yeah, what was the question now?
Your hiatus. What are you doing during your hiatus?
I figured so people didn't think I just like up and quit or went missing.
Right.
Was I decided it's gonna probably be a week or a little bit longer. It's not gonna be like a whole month or.
Oh, okay. So you might be out of hiatus by the time this video comes out.
It's like, guys, they lied.
Like, because if the stars align, this episode will come out on August 26th.
Yes.
You might be out of hiatus by then.
Maybe. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go with that, because the point of the break was it just started piling up a little because I'm trying to get like a little. It's a little business that I figure would be cool for my small town, and hopefully what could grow online is it's gonna be like a little craft shop.
Aww.
Okay.
I know, it's gonna be cute.
Cat.
But I'm starting it off right now with dream catchers.
Oh, I love that.
Ooh, that's a good start. Yeah.
Yes, they're gonna be
everyone needs
a little.
one of those.
Heck yeah. Me being personally obsessed with them, I was like, this is a great idea.
Yeah. I've thought about for a long time, and I'm willing to open the floor to Zoe as well, about like if you could start a business, what would it be?
I don't really have any interest in having a business of my own, to be honest. That's a lot of work, and I'm just lazy. If anyone has caught on to that in the time we've done this podcast, I don't have. Well, I'm not lazy. I just don't have a lot of drive to like. If I'm not getting like health insurance, why the hell am I doing a job? So. I don't know. If I have my own business.
Valid point.
I don't get health insurance
I have to buy
from
my
this.
own health insurance. So this is a hobby.
Yeah.
It's not a job, though. You know, it's like hobbies are different than jobs.
I give it the dedication of a job, which
that's true.
Because I have to do all the things.
You're the real MVP. You are the boss.
I think I get most of the guests. I do all the editing. I get all the prep work done. I made the server.
Josh is just here for the actual interview.
She's just here for the ASMR. That's the only reason I brought her in.
I'm
that
just the
and the birthing
service.
hips.
Oh yeah, the birthing hips. Did you see that shirt that they sent us? Oh my god.
Oh yeah. So I will be making official merch that says podcasting checklist. Nice voice, confidence, and good birthing hips.
Yeah.
Another joke Alexis won't get.
Those are the three things you need to be a good podcaster. So if you have those three things, make a podcast.
Start a podcast.
Just start now.
You'll be successful. We don't guarantee it.
So I'm playing this fun game where I have to figure out how popular I have to be on social media before I'm allowed to start asking people if I can be on their podcasts. Because there's this new podcast I found, and it's D&D based, so I'll make it short here. But it's called like Investigation Check, and they just like dive into the mechanics of D&D. And, I follow them on Instagram. They're not a big podcast or anything. And I was like, I wonder if I could be like, hey, can I be on your podcast? But I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, I have 45,000 followers on TikTok. And I made this hashtag that has this many views. Because I don't want to be a dick. And I don't know how to tackle this problem.
I would just be like, hey, I have a podcast. And I sound pretty nice. So have me on your podcast. That's really what I would do.
Well, yeah. Did you ever agree to go on that podcast, by the way, that we talked about in the live show?
I am the worst. So I drafted a message to send back to them, and I was like, I'll send this in the morning because I didn't want to do it like super late at night because I was exhausted. I wanted to fact check it. And I went to go send it back, and I lost the message that they sent me. So if you're listening to this, retro nerd chic, message me again. I'm so sorry. I can't find you on your Instagram again. It's just gone.
So, if you guys don't know what Zoe's talking about, first of all, subscribe to our Patreon so you can get the exclusive live show every month.
Yes.
Patreon.com/TheLonelyBoyHour. Second off, Zoe was messaged to do a podcast called Retro Nerd Chic or something like that. And we didn't know if it was real or not. And then she was supposed to email back, and she didn't.
Just abandon them.
I'm bad at my job. Okay, listen.
Your job as a podcaster?
I had one task and I failed to do it. This is my life.
You had one job.
I have one
Just the
job.
one.
One job, many tasks.
No, one task. Write an email. I did the fact check for you.
It's many tasks. I have to write the message back. I have to send the message back. I have to wait for a reply, and then I had to relay the reply to you. That's many tasks. I failed the first one, so the rest are not necessary.
Ah, jeez, this is
It was just too
this is a train
overwhelming.
wreck.
I know. I was stressed. I was like, oh, what if they change their mind? Am I messaging them and they don't? It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's like, I'll beat them to it. I just won't message them at all.
That's like when you're worried that someone's gonna break up with you, so you just become an unnecessarily a total dick to them.
You're
And there's
You're afraid they're gonna break up with you, so you break up with them. Yeah, it's logical.
Yeah.
Perfect logic.
you did the podcast equivalent of that.
Yeah. I made
Oh
a mistake.
no.
We all make mistakes.
I don't. I'm perfect.
Oh, that's a lie.
Neither does Alexis. Have you heard her Zoe impression?
I know.
She's got it in town.
I
That was
know.
Zoe. That was Alexis responding, saying, "I know."
We got you guys.
No one can duplicate
Jesus.
my laugh.
These are the voices of perfection.
I'm
Yes.
gonna pay my artist to remake the art for the show and just replace Zoe with Alexis and then have Zoe's icon on the screen in the second episode. It's gonna be not worth it, but I'm gonna do it because I have extra Patreon money lying around.
Listen, yes.
That's gonna be
Just
perfect.
make it where it's just a little tape on for the head part.
Oh, please.
Oh, jeez.
Just make it look absurd. I haven't watched the YouTube version of the episode that released on Monday. I haven't watched
Because
that
it came
yet.
out at midnight.
Yeah, I know. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to.
Yeah.
Did you do the things that you said you were gonna do?
I did. All I did was put a few photos up over and over again.
I love it though. We're getting so sophisticated in here.
Yeah, I would do that for videos. Like, if you told me to put something on screen right now, I would probably do it. If I can. I'm not...
Can we get a picture of Fido, the
robotic dog. I'll post the picture of the picture I found that looks kind of like him.
Perfect.
Because I don't have any photos of him readily available. I have a phone that has photos of him in my closet. Right over there. I forgot I'm in my closet. But
Yeah,
it doesn't turn
you
on.
are.
So
If you wanna help me and Kelvin get out of the closet, because I'm now in a closet as well. If you missed that in the last episode, you can donate to our Patreon. That's patreon.com/lonelyboyhour, BOI, not BOY. And you can help us get out of the closet. We're really close.
We're actually really close. Yeah, we're like $32 from our goal.
Yeah, it's not bad. But I just realized that when we first started this podcast, there was a question we were going to ask all of our guests. And we have not asked that question since, I think...
Connor. We asked Connor and Lucas. Lucas in the last episode.
So I'm going to ask ShortxStuff, if you could be a supervillain or a superhero, which would you choose?
Ooh,
It's hard, right?
that's a good question. I think I would have to be a supervillain.
Oh, yes.
So you joined
Welcome
our
to the League of
Villains.
Evil.
Yes. They're just... I like villains. I think I generally like villains more than superheroes.
Yeah.
I guess it depends, because I think a lot of Marvel supervillains are really bad.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, there's
I
a
mean,
pro ZD sketch on it. It's okay, so it's Ant-Man. But
Vision's pretty good,
But
though.
he's bad. But he's
But-
he's a bad Ant-Man.
But Vision, though.
But he can
Vision's a
Vision's good.
Super villain. He
I think-
destroyed from the grave.
I think Thanos can be dumb as a
Thanos?
person at times. Thanos.
Thanos?
Thanos.
I'm gonna fight you.
I'm glad you commented. I was like, I'll let it pass.
Yeah.
Kelvin says so many things wrong. He even says my name wrong, so.
How do you say your name?
My username. You say Trazi instead of Trazi.
Oh yeah, because that's what I thought it was before we started talking. And then in the first episode, you're like, "What up? It's Trazi," and I was like, "Oh no!"
You give it a fancy accent to it.
Yeah, listen. I'm resisting my British nature as best as possible, but I can't help it. I do what I can.
You need to try
How
harder.
do you feel about this, Trazis?
You need to.
Trazi. Hello. Yes, I am joined today with Trazi.
Hello. That's how you need to introduce me every time now. With that accent.
I'm joined as always with my lovely co-host Zoe, aka Trazi.
This is so elegant. We're first year individuals now.
Yeah, can you change your display name to like TRA and then like 5 million Z's? Trazi.
I can do that.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Do you like? Can the Z have the little chick over it? You know. The
line?
Oh yeah.
Did you say the little chick?
Look at. I love that.
That descriptive factor. Can I have the little chick?
I like how I said it too, and I did a little motion like it's kind of like a Nike sign with my finger, even though no one
It looks
could
like a
see me.
lazy Nike sign. It's okay. In like 2 episodes ago, I did like air quotes, but I spoke them out loud.
That was so good.
Just because you have quality content and you're objectively better, make sure you can hear the air quotes.
Yeah, it's we have to do the best we can. They can't see us.
It's fine.
We need to find verbal, like out loud descriptions of every like visual thing possible. Or I can just put it in the YouTube version, you heathen.
Yeah, or you can just be like air. You can be like air quotes.
Quote unquote.
Quality content. Close quote.
Close quote. Open air quote.
Open quote.
Quality content.
Open quote, close quote around everything you say.
Let me tell you, Zoe, I think that's a wonderful idea! Exclamation point. We all have to speak like we're using voice to text. So Alexis, comma, how did you really get started on TikTok? Exclamation point, question mark.
Well, comma. It was
I'm dying! Exclamation point!
I can't with your laugh.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! One! Exclamation point! 111.
Welcome back with Trashies.
Oh boy, guys! I'm getting a flash flood warning.
Oh no!
I don't know if I didn't mention this in the episode, but today I started my day with a heat index of 104, 105. And then it started raining very loudly. And then lightning started to strike relatively close to my house. So it's just been like thundering through my entire home. And now it stopped. I think it stopped thundering. I think it did once at the beginning of like before we started recording. But now I have a flash flood warning. So
you're basically
coming to you
last week.
Yeah. Hey, it's the Noodle Doodler coming at you live from the apocalypse. Today I'm joined over on the safe side with Zoe and Alexis.
Yes. Hello.
I say safe side. I think you guys are on opposite sides of me. I don't know that to be a fact, but I know Zoe's in New York, and I think you're like in the western part of the U.S. Alexis, do I have that right?
Yes.
Okay, you don't have to tell us where you live. Just give us like a cardinal direction from Tennessee.
I am definitely in the western atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's as vague as you can get. I think I got that information because your bio has a P.O. box in it, but I'd like to imagine that you fly 300 miles to get your P.O. box.
Hold on, I have to take a day trip to my P.O. box.
Exactly. It's actually in the next state over, so suckers who try to stalk me.
Do you get much to your P.O. box?
I when I first got it, I had a few things come in too, so that was cool. But I think it's I have one constant like fan letters
Okay.
that are
Oh,
pretty cool. But
I gotta start sending you mail then.
Are you gonna send another letter that says
Little
"lol
nerd.
lol nerd"?
So do you know who Joe, aka Mr. Pillowsuit, is?
who is?
Mr. Pillowsuit?
Mr.
Yes.
Pillowsuit, the dude who does the bearded baby.
Yeah. On TikTok, speaking of on the official TikTok News podcast, he is no longer doing bearded baby on TikTok.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we'll hit that back up in a second. But when he opened his PO box, the day he opened it, I sent him a letter that just said "lol nerd" and it signed the Doodle Doodler. And to this day, that's the only thing he's gotten in his PO box.
Yep.
And he told Connor about it so he could do TikTok news on it, but he won't because he likes to watch me suffer.
I know. I haven't got my TikTok news yet either. I'm waiting.
Oh yeah, like 4 weeks ago, he said he was going to have a video with you in it.
It was all clickbait.
To be fair,
It was a lie.
he's been suspended for like 2.5 weeks.
He's still gonna post it, I believe.
Yeah,
It's all
he
a
could have
hoax.
posted it to Roomba's channel.
It's all
There
a
we
hoax.
go.
He should have done that. He should have just like used Roomba's. I know Roomba has his own content. We'll just have Roomba like standing in the background of every TikTok news.
So you were gonna talk about Mr. Pillowsuit and not doing the bearded baby anymore. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, he said he's not doing the bearded baby anymore. I'd love to have him back on sometime for him to talk about himself more because I was on his live stream and we talked about it for a while. But it's just one of those things where like it is a very difficult task to do because like he has to get under all those pillows for several hours because he records all his videos at once.
Yep.
It's hot, it's sweaty. I'm supposed to send him a link to it's not cheaper, less hot of lights, but I didn't because I'm a bad friend. And how like a lot of people are really aggressive about the bearded baby thing, and he doesn't. I think I could be wrong. I think he said something about like not wanting to be kind of funneled into like bearded baby content. Which is that's my big problem with like TikTok is people follow you for a specific reason, and if you want to branch out, it usually comes with a lot more negative feedback than you would normally get.
Yeah, or those videos just don't get any views, and then you're left like high and dry.
Yeah, that's like the heartbreaking thing I always have to deal with. That I know, like if all goes well, one of my cosplays is gonna get 1,000 likes, which is not bad, but that's like the perfect future outcome. But like a video where I'm mad about essential oils is going to get that much in a night. That is just my most recent video. That's the only reason I know that like. I wasn't mad at essential oils. I was mad that a doctor told the woman that her kid was having an allergic reaction to the essential oils and that she didn't believe the doctor. That's why I was upset.
She's like, you're wrong.
Yeah. Well, what she said to me
Oils are
was
amazing.
that it doesn't have any harmful chemicals in it. And
I
let it be. I just was like, oh, okay. But like in my mind, I was like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. And my favorite part about all that is that my comment section for that video is hundreds of things that are all natural that will kill you. Like, poison ivy, bee stings, anything you're allergic to, cyanide. Peanut butter. Are you allergic to peanuts?
Thankfully, no. I love peanuts.
Yeah. Me too. And the butter that you can make from it.
Yes.
Peanut butter.
So
I messed it up, but I could have done it on TikTok if I would have waited. But like a year and a half ago, I wanted to make a video of me trying my first peanut butter and jelly sandwich ever. Because I don't know if I haven't talked too much about this because I don't care enough, but I'm from England and like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches exist. They're just not like a thing most people consume, and
Isn't
everyone
like
got
beans
mad at
and
me.
toast is like their staple there.
Maybe I don't. I mostly ate. I had peanut butter and honey growing up a lot.
Oh, okay.
As far as
that's
Marmite and toast is good. Marmite is yeast extract for anyone that doesn't know. It basically just tastes like spreadable savory. I'll stand alone with my love for Marmite. Fight me.
That's a different one. One combo I used to do with peanut butter other than jelly was syrup.
Oh, yeah.
Syrup. I have to try that now. But I had never had a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and all of my friends were mad at me about it. They're like, why not? Why haven't you tried a peanut butter? And I'm like, I don't know. I just haven't. Like, it just hasn't come up.
Are you ready for a heart attack sandwich? So something I used to eat as a kid. Yeah, so something I used to eat as a kid was, you know how you spread peanut butter on bread, right? Like you put like enough that if you bite into it, you can taste it. You know, like it's
so
there,
you
like it's
spread
thick.
bread on peanut butter. Got it.
No. I have butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh no!
Enough butter to probably kill a man goes on one slice, and a little bit of jelly or jam goes on the other. And that's what I ate as a kid all the time.
I am your heart attack sandwich relative.
Yeah,
you did that too?
I didn't do the jelly part. What I did was, it was close. I did butter with tortilla.
Okay, yeah.
Jesus. All of
It
my
was a lot of butter.
all the stereotypes about Americans I was told as a kid are true. Oh my
We
god.
love butter. Come on now, butter is
Oh,
an amazing
jeez.
thing.
Jeez, I have like 5 sticks of butter in my fridge that I bought like 3 months ago, and I just used like my first tablespoon of it today.
Oh, listen, I put butter on literally every. If I can put butter on it, butter goes on it.
Jeez.
Yes.
I use butter for baking, and that's about it. Except for today when
dare
I made
you.
a box of mac and cheese.
No, I put
Because
butter.
I don't.
I put butter on my roast beef sandwich today.
So I realized that this has been the
I
case.
haven't tried that.
It's good.
What?
It's good.
So I was about to say something sad, but I got distracted by that sentence. But I have some tragic news, and it's been the case for like the last 3 episodes or so. I just haven't mentioned it, which is that I don't have a Blue Apron membership anymore, which was such a. It wasn't. It was because I just don't have the time. I'm working way too much, and all the food would be delivered to my house, and it would just go to waste, and it broke my heart. So I just stopped. I stopped getting it.
Welcome to my level.
Yeah. So in case you don't know, and we have to end the podcast in like 10 minutes because of this, more like 15. But Zoe is recording on her dinner break, and then she has to go back to work.
And I have to train for another 2 hours.
Yeah. So we have to go in like 15 minutes. So if you have any questions, comments, or legal concerns, Alexis, feel free to bring them up now. We gotta find a little bit more to talk about.
And Alexis, you're
How
welcome to
soon?
come on any future episodes too. Like we totally love having secondary guests the second time. Just as
I'd
a
totally be
weird
down
plug.
for that.
I gotta get Mr. Pillowsuit on again. He was
Yes.
you're in like that's a high competition because he is my favorite episode we've ever done.
Oh, and also the really exciting part is now that you've been a guest in the show, you're welcome to be a guest in our live shows. So every month we do a live show for our Patreons. Last time we played Cards Against Humanity together and just like shot the shit afterwards. You're welcome to join us for those. We love to have the guests in because then people can ask real-time questions of them. But we don't know when we're doing our next one, but now that you've been a guest, you're totally welcome to join those.
Yeah,
And we'd
we
love
don't
to have you.
require anyone to come. We don't invite anyone in particular. We just say, hey, this is when we're doing it. If you want to show up, you are capable of doing so.
Yep. And you don't have to worry about recording yourself or anything for those. Those are just straight live shows.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we had Lucas Music Man 55.
Yes, the lost episode.
Because his episode never got recorded. That was the only time people got to talk to him about old Raisin Canes. That's actually there's a good question. Alexis, what's like your favorite like restaurant?
Okay, I think a recent one. I don't know if you guys have it where you're at, but it's called Buca de Pipo.
Oh, Buca de
Never heard
Pepo.
of that.
I have. It's mostly
what-
West Coast.
What is that?
It's like an obese Italian restaurant.
It really
Oh,
is.
no.
I knew exactly what you were talking about as soon as you said it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's mostly West Coast, Zoe. There's one in Oregon where I used to live. I'll have to, if we ever go on a Lonely Boy tour, we'll have to find a Buca de Pepo for you.
Obese Italian?
It is just, if you thought you could eat a lot of Italian food, they will serve you more than you can eat.
They will put you to the test.
That's a
Yeah.
challenge.
Don't walk. Look, Zoe, I've seen how skinny you are. Just don't walk in.
I can put food
They
away,
will
though.
not let you leave. If you do, I need you to go in there as high as humanly possible because they're going to keep feeding you.
I can't even explain how big their desserts are.
Oh yeah.
I can put food away though, so I'm here for it.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely worth it. They have, I don't know, it's like it kind of looks like, I don't know how to explain. It's like a giant margarita glass, like one of those just oversized glasses.
Okay.
And it has probably a pound worth or more of brownie in it.
Oh.
Brownies and ice cream and whipped cream and everything obese.
Please give me a heart attack right now. Pump the sugar directly into my veins.
That is the way to go. If I were to get a heart attack, it would be from that.
That sounds amazing. I need to go sometime. I need to like trip out there just to go there.
Yeah.
Just make the trip just for that
Do
restaurant.
it. You will love it.
Buca di Beppo. This episode's sponsored by Buca di Beppo.
This episode's sponsored by Blue Apron. Give me my damn box already.
Actually, I just figured out there's a Buca di Beppo here in Nashville, and I might go tonight now. I got places to be.
Oh.
Yeah, no. There's so in case anyone wants to check out Buca di Beppo, Buca. Let me just spell it. You think I have
funny because
I have an
say
Italian.
Buca di Beppo.
It's because it's B, and I keep saying Peppo, and it's Beppo.
like Peppa?
Peppa.
So it's
Peppa.
it's BUCA space DI space BEPPO. Buca di Beppo. I have an Italian step family that's been in my life for the last 11 years, and I don't know any Italian.
Well, I love food, so.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know really any Italian. It's so. You think I would? I have that cliche Italian grandmother that yells at you in Italian despite speaking English herself. Like she knows how to speak English. And she'll just shout at me in Italian, and I'll have to like go to lean over to my stepdad, and she'll tell me he'll tell me what she meant. But yeah, it's just a nightmare. I know how to say
translates everything.
I know how to say one sentence in all of Italian, which is let's see if I can do this. Mi dispace non parlo italiano, which is I'm sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Do you speak any languages, ShortxStuff?
I'm not fluent in any of them, but
not even English.
Not even English.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I know bits and pieces of Spanish.
Okay. I'm learning. I know very, very rough German. Ich spreche Deutsch nicht sehr gut. I know a little bit of Spanish, and I'm a conversationally fluent in sign language. So a weird flex on all of you.
Wow.
That's exciting.
I feel so
Sign
underdeveloped.
I can speak. I'm semi-fluent in British Sign Language.
Okay.
But that's because I have a deaf aunt. She's
Okay,
like a great
yeah.
aunt, but she's deaf, and that's the only reason I know anything. And I could be wrong about what it is, but there are some weird ones between American and British because I think that I have the right thing in my head. But the word for bread in British Sign Language I think is the letter G in American Sign Language. So it's just a confusing.
I don't know British Sign Language, but possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a confusing thing.
I'm signing to all of you right now. And you can't see it.
Yeah, I'll just have
like,
to trust you. I'll just have to trust you, because I'm none the wiser.
I was just signing what I was saying.
I'll sign your face.
Oh, did you do it?
No.
Oh well. How dare!
I would never. I would
Just
never
starts drawing on the computer screen.
Oh jeez. Just all over my screen. Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So this has been a delight, but Zoe is again on her dinner break, and I don't even think she ate anything.
Listen, I ate it. I ate it at 11
this morning.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh my.
7.
It's fine. This is my life now. I just
Zoe.
I survive off of pure sugar, rage, and determination not to faint in front of my staff.
Okay, so we're gonna enter the final shill now. Alexis, do you have anything else you want to say before I enter the final shill?
The chill. Well, my friend Richard wanted me to mention him on here because he is one of the reasons for the break.
Okay,
And he wants to be
tell me about
mentioned by
Richard.
name. Richard is going to Africa
Oh.
because he's in the military, so he's getting shipped off to Africa in like about less than a month. So
Okay.
the reason for the break too was to spend more time with him, and he wanted me to be all dramatic and feel sad on here because he's making me depressed that he's leaving.
Aw. Well, let's hear your best audio only tears.
Wait,
That was just a laugh.
I was trying to figure out audio tears, so it's not like just cries.
Yeah.
Just water drops
Rips
on
a
my
nose hair out, like
Cries on podcast.
cries in podcast. Okay.
You just hear water drops hit the mic.
Yes.
I'm gonna add in some water droplets right
He's
here.
adding the sound of aggressive rain. These are the tears.
Okay.
The pain of my sorrow.
Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you all for listening. If you would like to send us audio recordings of your tears, you can do so by emailing us at lonelyboyhour@gmail.com. Not just gmail.com.
No, email
we have a
gmail.com.
No, people will do it. Don't. Anyway, guys, if you want to support us on Patreon, you can do that at patreon.com/thelonelyboyhour. Help me get out of the closet. Help Zoe get out of the closet. Help us afford better sound effects for Alexis's crying. Just whatever you want to do. Guys, we now have one type of merch. We have water bottles and mugs that say hydrate or dihydrate. So check those babies out.
If you get the mugs, you're on Team Dihydrate. If you get the water bottles, you're on Team Hydrate. So pick a side.
The only person who's received their merch so far got a mug.
I love that.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's time for our favorite section, the song recommendation segment, and I'm gonna start today with a song I really like by San Cisco.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
ShortxStuff, where can we find your social medias?
No, I was gonna do that. Oh, that's right. I skipped that section.
Yeah.
I was doing it out of order. Fine, we'll do it in order.
ShortxStuff,
No,
where can
she's
they
not
find
important. We don't need this.
No, we did. I was gonna do it after the songs.
No, we always do it before.
I know.
So, where can we find you on social media, Alexis?
You could find me on TikTok at ShortxStuff, and I recently got an Instagram that I'm learning to try and upload pretty frequently. I'll try and get better at that. But that can be found on my TikTok links, or you could just search in the username box, ShortxStuff_.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Kelvin, where can we find you?
You can find me really at any local farmer's market. I like to go around. Or you can find me at The Noodle Doodler on both YouTube and TikTok. That's TheNoodledler. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I like to post there sometime. It's True Nude Dude, TrueNoodDood. So where can we find you, though? That's the true question.
I'm so glad that you spelled your ats right this time.
I'll fight you.
You can find me at TrazZie, TrazHie. That is on TikTok, or that's TikTok, Twitch, Instagram. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter, I have fire tweets. You can follow me on Twitter at OriginalTrazZie because TrazZie still hasn't messaged me back about giving me my username, and I'm mad about it
The
still.
Noodle Doodler hasn't either.
How dare.
Okay, now it's time for the song segment.
Yes, now you can continue with your song
I'm still going to
segment.
talk about a band I really like called San Cisco. They're like an Australian indie band. I really like them. Today I'm recommending a song by them called Awkward. They have a lot of great songs, but that's just the one I'm going to put on the Lonely Boy playlist. Zoe, what song do you recommend to our audience?
I've been in like a tired mood. So I listen to sad songs when I'm tired, so I apologize for anyone who doesn't want to listen to sad song, but my song recommendation this week is Medicate by Gabby Hanna.
Medicate by Gabby. Good choice.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I don't know, Alexis, if you ever thought of a song that you're just vibing with lately.
I was trying to. There's so many because I'm a multi-genre type of gal.
We all
I feel
are.
that.
You should
I feel
listen.
that.
I'll send you a link to the playlist. It's an incoherent mess.
Yes.
But I would say one that just popped in my head. It's a good one since being the country bumpkin that I am.
Oh, yes.
I would recommend "Heaven" by Kane Brown.
I'll have to give that a
It's a-
listen. I don't think I've heard that one yet.
Heaven by
It's a nice little
Caden
soothing
Brown.
tone.
All right, guys. Well, those songs are available on the Lonely Boy playlist. I assume. I know they are because I literally just put them on the playlist while we were talking. So I don't know why I'm
So-
assuming they're on there.
So
Anyway,
basically,
guys,
people who listen to the playlist before this is released are gonna be so confused why there's extra songs on there now,
Well,
right?
I assume they know that we that it's gonna be for an upcoming episode. It's just fine. Anyway, they get to see who recommended what because we all have Zoe and you and I have similar taste in the sense that we both have no taste. We just like all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, thank you all for coming. Sorry this episode's a little shorter. I know you all like hanging out with Alexis, and we do too, but we must part now. So
Yes.
make sure to go out there and get yourself tested.
And hydrate or hydrate.
Bye, lovelies.